Welcome back, everyone. It is episode 24, Friday, February 3rd of Beast Boys Sports Talk with Marcus and Silas. We have probably going to be a pretty short episode for you. No, we're not going to really talk about Pro Bowl. But we're going to overview our intramural basketball game, NBA, and a little bit of coaching talk in the NFL.
Some kind of NFL crazy stories all week.
Yeah.
Like super Brady retirement confirmed the Brain Flores thing. So
let's. I mean, we got to talk about the best thing ever. Our intramural basketball game. For everyone who listened, we basically all episodes saying we're gonna get destroyed.
We were just like, because it's like I never played in high school. We all played rec. Cammy, two of the girls on the team played in high school. But we're like, we're gonna run into a bunch of guys that are studs, and then we were like.
JUCO players.
JUCO basketball players of D3 dropouts. We played pretty good. We actually ended up catching a W.
Yeah, beat them by 11.
Yeah, 51-40.
Yeah, I led the team with 18 points.
I had 12.
Yeah, you hit like 4 threes.
4 threes.
Dude, and then Raz, our boss, hit 12.
Happy birthday.
Yeah,
happy birthday, Jake.
Happy birthday. Love you, man. And what else? Michaela, she was a baller.
Yeah.
She got 6.
And Cammy had 6.
Camry had 2.
She was our Draymond Green.
Yeah,
she had 10 boards and 5
Dude,
assists.
I thought she was going to tear her ACL. Dude, she
people were coming for
literally
her knees.
within 2 minutes into the game, she's diving. I'm like,
I know.
I
got
said,
taken out.
Are you okay?
She was playing center, taking.
Yeah, I was like, she's gonna tear something. And then Tyler, scored 4. Yeah. Razzle dazzle.
Good old razzle dazzle.
But yeah, it was so much fun. I really had so much fun. I was not expecting it to be. I thought we're gonna verse some sweats or something like that.
Yeah. It was really fun though. That's exactly how I wanted it to go. It was fun and not crazy hard.
Yeah. Whoever is next,
get ready for an L.
Yeah, get ready for an L, dude.
We're each gonna catch a 20 piece this time. Yeah. We got Trey back, head coach.
We only had 8 people.
That's all we really need though.
Yeah, honestly.
It's 5 10-minute quarters.
Yeah. I played the whole first quarter.
I know.
My lungs.
You were dying. I know.
Dead.
But we're gonna make some coaching decisions and coaching changes, maybe all minute changes.
Yeah.
Make sure we go 4-0 right into the playoffs in March.
Yeah.
It's super fun though.
Oh my gosh. I was just not expecting any of that. It was I was like, man, I haven't played this since freshman year, and it was fun.
And they weren't even terrible. The people were playing knew how to play basketball.
Yeah,
shots were falling, and we kind of ran
jumping
away.
in,
yeah,
with the longer hair, yeah. He was a really nice guy. So,
anyway, can we do points predictions for our Monday game? Depends who we play, but if we play that team we saw before, they're a little better. If we play the COVID team, I think we were more of a shot.
They look tough.
Yeah, the other team was good. I think I can go for 12 again. Not all threes off to get some layups in this time, but I'd say 12 or 14.
Also,
you go for
I don't want to brag. I did drop 18 with tennis shoes.
Yeah, no basketball shoes on a dusty court.
Yeah,
dustiest court ever.
I do have basketball shoes now.
I'm getting new ones.
I say 15. 15.
All right.
That's solid.
If we can average 14 and 15 all season,
yeah, that would be awesome.
With Raz with a solid 16,
if you keep playing, he just randomly said the day of.
I know. I want to join.
Hey, can I join? All right.
He's our boss who turned 23 today.
Yeah,
he's 6'3".
He's actually a 14-year-old in heart.
Should we jump into little mid-season basketball?
Yeah. Biggest thing what I saw was literally I think earlier today was Pelicans are trying to get a big name like De'Aaron Fox, or what jumped out was CJ McCollum.
Mm-hmm.
So they're probably like, Silas, how do you think of trading for CJ McCollum? I'm like, yeah, dude. It's not like I don't think CJ is a bad player.
Lillard's still out, correct?
Yes, he is still out.
So the season's kind of scrapped. Basically, you're just saying you'd rather get rid of someone and get a draft pick. And
Lillard said if we're tanking, he's not coming back. Not trading.
But if we're out of the playoff race, basically.
Yeah, he's like, then I'll come back next year.
Yeah.
I'll be out for the rest of the year. Which I get it, because he's a competitor at the end of the day. We just need to roster shakeup. Hopefully we get an aggressive GM in the offseason. But if
Do
we
you guys currently have no GM or just like
I think
someone stepped up?
Intern, and Damien came out and was like, "Oh, I love him. He should be our total, like, our guy forever." Like,
well, that's good if he's a fan.
Well, thanks, Dame, but like, dude, I was really how aggressive is he?
But how aggressive do you want him to be right now when he's not the official? Like, if he makes mistakes now, he's going to get blamed, essentially.
Yeah, but I would. I mean, Pelicans are also in the play-in spot, but they're probably going to be like 11th.
They'll fall out of that, I would guess, when it's all said and done.
Yeah, so I don't. I think it'll be a high draft pick. So maybe trade CJ and get a draft pick. I'd love that. Maybe 2 first rounders.
It is a pretty good draft class coming in.
Yeah,
especially with the G League Ignite guys. There's a ton of guys there, and then definitely a better class than last year, I would say, with Cade and them.
Yeah, it would be. I just want to draft some guys. Let's just draft some guys, or maybe try to get that lengthy guy, Brandon Ingram. Maybe.
Yeah, the thing about BI though is they're not shipping off Brandon Ingram. The goal is to put a piece around him there. Like that's what I was saying, is that you guys are not on a win now thing. It's not win now in Portland. It's like win next year or the year after. So you might as well. Yeah. They're not going to trade for a player who wants to win games now. I don't think, at least.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like it's interesting. I would just like to see like what we could acquire, and if they're willing to trade Brandon Ingram.
Yeah.
Because it just seems very stuck in there. Like Zion was supposed to be their guy, and he hasn't even played yet.
That's a really good point, though. Is what's even going to happen with that? But
yeah. Then other NBAs.
I want to touch on Luka real quick because we were talking about how he's 10th all time in triple double list, three seasons in, which is just absolutely absurd. Mm-hmm. But everyone and the Mavs aren't even that good. Yeah, he's 22 because we were talking about last time he couldn't decide an official age. But in the last 10 games, I just want to point out he had. I'm going to just throw in some assists or rebounds, but he had 41 and 14, 28 8 and 8, 37 9 and 10, 25 and 8. 15, 10, and 16, 30, 12, and 6, and the last night I had 34, 12, and 11. So it's not even just like 10-point triple-doubles. It's like he's dropping 30 pieces along with 10 boards and 12 assists. Also, I'm just saying, like they're not winning every game, but the Mavs are definitely on an upward trend after kind of starting the year off a little sloppy with that.
Also, a fun fact, I didn't know this until earlier today. Gary Trent Jr., ex-Blazer, he's had his 35-point game. Sorry. 30-point games, five games in a row.
Wow.
Yeah. Trying to word that properly.
Yeah.
Long day. But, dude, like, he's a baller. He's such a baller. I remember when he was literally last year before he traded him, I'm like, this guy's going to get so much money.
Yeah.
It's just like Toronto's just such a weird spot. And they're trying to trade Pascal Siakam.
I said, him and, like, Powell, it's weird fitting. There's a lot of guys that come and go from. It's funny, you don't see that in a lot of places. It's a big thing in Portland, signing guys for 1 and 2 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you don't see that with. I guess you couldn't even give like a Warriors in, but a lot of the young teams, you don't see that in Utah or Denver or San Francisco with the Warriors. It's a little more common in Portland to get a guy for 2 years, ship you off, get a guy, trade you away.
Yeah.
But
what else?
It's so hard to talk basketball so preempt.
Before like All-Star or any like trades.
Yeah. Standings haven't really changed a lot. Do we just jump into the big NBA news this week?
Yeah. NFL?
Yeah, NFL. Should I start it off?
Yeah.
So, on Tuesday, we had a story come out in the kind of late afternoon talking about Brain Flores, and the original thing that I at least saw was text conversations between Bill Belichick and Brain Flores that was meant for Bill Belichick and Brian Dable, and it was basically congratulating Dable for getting the Giants job?
Mm-hmm.
I remember the Giants job before Brian Flores had been interviewed. Which, as you know, like it's like when companies look for a new CEO, they're like supposed to look for someone outside of the company versus handing it to someone. I'm not sure exactly what the rules are, but I know that like you are supposed to have more than one interview before you make a decision. So that was kind of odd. And then all of this information kind of comes out from, I mean, let's just go top to bottom, like of the Miami owner wanting to tamper with quarterbacks in the offseason to being offered $100,000 a game to the Bill Belichick text, all the way down to claims of John Elway and the owner of the Broncos coming intoxicated and an hour late to an interview which basically is just a FU spit in the face of being like, we're not even considering you.
Yeah.
And then he also claims that he confirmed they weren't late or intoxicated. I don't even know if he said the intoxicated part, but they weren't late, at least for any other interviews. Which is odd.
Yeah. Miami, they're trying to pay Brian Flores like $100K for
Each loss.
Each loss in 2019.
Uh-huh. In the tank for 2 a year.
Yeah.
The worst part is he didn't take it and they still lost him.
Yeah, they got him, and then Joe Burrow was done.
Yeah, and then Joe Burrow, and Tua is not even looking like the best.
Yeah, and then they're like, we want Herbert. We should have went with Herbert.
Should have, Mr. Ross. I do think, though, I mean, was it the Miami statement that you showed me last night? Or was it? Unless
no. Who was it?
Yeah, so each team involved, it was Denver.
Mm-hmm.
Each team involved has so far put out a statement in one way or another. No one's confirming it. They're basically just saying what he's saying is BS. Personally, I think there's two sides to every story. I do believe the coach with the information we've been put out so far. And I think it's really hard to believe the billionaire owners of organizations who have no choice but to put out a statement when they're not putting out their other side. I like that both owners said they were open to an investigation and will be completely cooperating, because if you're not cooperating, I mean, you might as well sell the team. Quite ironic that an hour later the Broncos are up for sale. Quite ironic, because that
was
was
going to be the
most expensive franchise ever, but it's also the most recent because they're not even near the most valuable.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I guess I think when guys, it's snowy out. People are talking about when it's something involved with race or coaches not being hired because of his race or anything like that. I think it's a touchy subject, but I think what Brian Flores has put out, he understands if he kept his mouth shut, like let's say hypothetically he's not speaking truthfully, he understood if he kept his mouth shut, he could be an NFL head coach right now. So I give him a lot of props for standing his ground and speaking out on this, understanding that it could ruin his coaching career and basically make it where I would say 2/3 of the league are not going to want to hire you.
Yeah, which is insane. Like, because 2 years ago, I guess he had a 10-win season, didn't make the playoffs. This year he went on like a
8-game win streak. Yeah,
8-game win
straight uphill. Like they started out like
they went 0-7 and then they just won 8 straight games.
And if you're not going to fire him at 0-7, what else could you ask for more than to win 8 straight?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like there's nothing else.
It's just. I feel like it's just like the dysfunction of Miami, dude.
And Denver, it's two teams. I mean, Denver hasn't been good since Peyton left.
Yeah, and I asked you I wonder if like the Nathan Hackett hire is like official, and if like them selling the team is gonna like implicate that. I'm a little bit confused from that, and also I saw Brian Leftwich is out on the Jags head coaching job.
Oh wow!
Yeah, he's done with it. So
do you think that would have to do with money? What would your opinion be? Because it sounds like they literally had agreed to the job, but they were discussing numbers, which would entail. What, did they not agree on money, or did he change his mind?
Ownership of the organization.
Do you think he got like frustrated in day one of trying to even? I mean, it's possible. Man.
Yeah,
he was like, "Hey, if you guys aren't going to budge,"
showed up last game in clown outfits. All right, so
you're taking on a really big job.
Yeah.
The problem is now, though, is he out as Tampa's OC, or is he not out until he's officially signed papers? Because is that an option? I mean, he's not going back.
No, where does he go then? I think the last job I can think of was Miami and Texans.
Yep.
And Texans is circling on Brian Flores and I think someone other.
I'd be a big fan of Brian Flores going down to Houston.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
Even if it's Davis Mills or it's going to be a new quarterback, I think it'd be good. He's a good young coach, and I don't know. I think that I guess my stand is until there's more information put out, I think that he's speaking his mind, and every owner. I mean, you're not gonna, like I said, you're not gonna see an owner come out and say, "So sorry, we did this. We thoroughly apologize." That's not gonna happen.
No,
that's off the table essentially.
Yeah.
So, yeah. What else do you say about it?
Yeah, it's just like a bizarre story. Like once it started unfolding, and it's good that the teams are again, like what you said, they, they're coming forward do a full investigation, see how it is, and Also, like I would love to see how like the whole process goes within like hiring a coach.
Yeah, no, I would too. I don't know. I thought you were saying.
And, like,
I thought you were going to say how it goes in the NFL investigating, because that's always been a curious thing, because they don't go off police reports. They listen to what the police says, but they have their own investigators, and I always wonder, what does that entail? Like, is it actually retired FBI agents investigating things, or is it the NFL's way of just saying we don't punish based off someone else's conclusions? I don't know. That's always been... You know, have you ever thought about that? Like, what do they mean by that?
Yeah, like the deflate gate or...
Yeah.
We got...
Even something like a little more touchy, like Deshaun Watson. Like,
yeah.
What is their investigation, and how would it be different from Houston's or whatever else jurisdiction whatever other jurisdiction that was in.
Indeed.
I think I did see a funny meme though, which is quite NFL of them, and it was like NFL's way of solving the Brian Dable thing. It said bigger social justice stickers on the back of helmets. It was like the hammer down.
No.
But it is like, if they're not going to do anything, and most likely no one gets suspended, Dable just, is going to have to fight for this, and that's what I think at least. I don't think. I mean, what are they going to do? Make the Dolphins sell the team? That's the only thing you could do if it's an ownership and GM problem.
Yeah,
they're not going. It's never happened where they're like, you have to sell this team. We saw it happen to the Clippers. Mm-hmm. He sold it before it was a complete force, and before it was a you have to, but. Yeah, I mean, really crazy, and like I guess we're seeing that John Elway and that everyone's saying false and defamatory and false and blasphemy, as Stephen A would say.
Blasphemy.
Like, I mean, and then I do think it's funny though, because like I don't know at that time really how deserving Brian Flores was, but like I mean, we saw how terrible Vic Fangio was, who the Broncos hired instead of him. Terrible coach. Terrible coach.
Yeah. What? How many straight losses against the Chiefs is like absurd.
Is it 4 or 6?
I think it's like 7.
Oh, it's at least 7 because it's like 3 series.
Yeah.
But basically, John Elway said, I was not planning to respond publicly to the false and defamatory claims by Brian Flores, but I could not be silenced any longer with my character and integrity and professionalism being attacked, Elway said in a statement. Coach Flores took this candidate very seriously, blah, 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 3.5-hour interview with him. So he's basically just, I don't know, and that's what I read earlier, his side of the story was like, why would he have sat down for 3.5 hours with you if he thought you were intoxicated? Yeah. And to that I say he's interviewing for a head coaching job. Mm-hmm. Like, he does, if he got that job and they were, like, let's say they were drunk, I don't think he would have said a damn word.
Yeah.
Right?
Jeez. I don't see like Mike Flores as like a liar. Like I don't think like
Brian.
Brian.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah.
Like when I like see it and like everything what he's saying is like I don't think he's obviously trying to put out lies or like this is how he's feeling.
And to the people who do think that, it's like, do you think he wants to coach in this league?
Yeah.
Because if every one of those from top to bottom, from not asking for money to both owners' stories being incorrect, then you just ruined your NFL career. If and when they prove that being true, that can't really be the deterring factor for a team not to hire you.
Yeah, it is.
Do you think he coaches this year? I think right now,
depending on, I think his only shot is the Texans.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. Yeah.
If it's not the Texans, then I think it'll be next year. So.
I wonder if the Texans owner is some nice old lady. Oh. So maybe maybe Janice McNarroll.
Yeah.
Colm. I mean, he's a great coach, and I think that
it's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous that like his coaching career or head coaching NFL career could be over based on him speaking up of something that happened, or he could severely struggle to even get an interview over the next few years.
Yeah, and him soon. NFL and all. I mean, the Giants are getting sued left and right, dude. With by New York and now
with. I mean, seriously,
Flores, dude. This is just like a crazy story. What's just unfolding.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's gonna take a while for there more evidence to come out
and the full investigation to happen. I mean, the NFL is gonna look into this.
Like the Deshaun Watson thing. It's still. Not even over, like,
and that's been a year and a half,
almost
2 years,
almost a year now.
I think it's almost look at.
Nah, dude,
has it really been that long?
He only came out this year. This was the first year he.
Oh, okay. I feel like that was tied into COVID stuff, but I guess it hasn't even been that long.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It feels like it's forever.
It feels like it's been forever. Yeah, because I guess, oh my god, that is crazy.
It's not even been a full year. Or I think probably around now.
Yeah.
Where there's reports of him saying he wants out.
Yes.
Where he wants out, and then it came out all those assault charges.
Yeah, so that's an interesting one. And even that, it's like there's no updates. The NFL kind of, that's why I brought up the question of what do they mean and how do they investigate? Because we've heard that term so many times, and obviously it seems like a ratherly slow process if I can have an input on that.
Yeah.
Like no matter what it is. I'm not speaking on just Deshaun, it's just in general.
It usually just legal stuff just takes forever
yes.
and ever. And then I guess onto better news.
Yeah.
Tom Brady. On Friday.
Better news. Tom Brady's gone.
Tom Brady's gone. Let's go. No, like
yeah.
What a great career. We can finally actually say like congrats.
Yeah.
Going out on statistically the greatest season of your career.
Going out on top.
Yeah.
Because he always says he wanted to retire when he stopped playing at top tier, and he said nope.
Yeah, and it's gonna be interesting on the Bucs on how they handle this, what they're gonna do. Maybe go back to their old roots and get Jameis Winston.
Oh, I think that they wouldn't do it, but I think that'd be super cool. It depends who the owner is. I mean, Buddy, like, I don't know how many of their players are still there, but like, yeah, because he's on a 1 year. The thing about that though, he couldn't be back till mid-season. So yeah. that's not a solid unless you were gonna send him to like a supermax. Like you hand him over 5 years worth of money and say develop here, but like you should have done that before you accepted Tom if that ever was.
I'm so scared like Bucs are gonna like make an aggressive pursuit at like Aaron Rodgers, and I'll get so scared.
Yeah, but I guess I feel like Tom brings people there, and I don't see people taking money cuts. And with no AB and no Godwin, it's not really a super team. Like unless Devontae comes with him.
Yeah.
Unless Devontae comes with him.
Yeah, and then they would have to sacrifice not getting Godwin in the offseason because that's way too much money.
Yeah, you couldn't have all of that. Yeah.
Well, Jimmy Garoppolo.
I think that's the most likely.
Yeah.
I really think that's the most likely. I do.
She's following the roots.
I really do. And I think that would be super ironic. I think that the owners down in Tampa would love it. And I think Jimmy would love it because, but again,
it's such an air raid offense. Though.
Yeah, man, but like, Scotty Miller's your second best target when Gronk's retired and Godwin's out for 10 more weeks. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's literally Mike Evans, Scotty Miller, and God knows who stays at running back. I don't think I don't think they're in the playoffs next year.
Oh. The Gronk and all that sparked it. Remember, a bunch of Patriots are so mad at Tom Brady, though.
For why?
In his retirement thing on Instagram, he did not mention him at all. He never said Bill Belichick.
He did repost and comment and like on all the stuff that the Patriots posted.
Yeah, which was awesome. It's just like, interesting. It's just interesting. Where it's like he's talking about the entire Bucs organization like he's been there for...
Like he's been there for 23 years.
Yeah, it's like Coach Belichick. Bruce Arians.
Yeah.
It's just like... hopefully we get to see like a one-day, thing. We'll probably get to see that. And him and Gronk.
It sounds like that's what's going to happen.
That'd be so cool.
Him and Gronk head back up, retire. All right, I have one more. We hate the Pro Bowl on this show, so...
Yeah.
Big Pro Bowl haters. I'll talk about the hockey All-Star game more than I'll talk about this.
I think it just should be like the skills thing. I think that'd be fun.
Let's each pick a side, though. AFC or NFC. It's a pick-em spread.
AFC.
I'm going to go NFC. I was going to go NFC either way.
Russell
Wilson has 3 touchdowns.
Patrick Mahomes and Justin Herbert and all that. I like that.
Is Lamar back?
Lamar back?
But
he's probably dealing with COVID, dude.
Oh, God, or some flu.
Okay, well... Oh, wait. The Commanders.
Oh!
Washington football team is officially the Commanders. And maybe they have the greatest nickname of all time.
The Commies. The Washington Commies.
The Commies.
I heard Mackie talking about it this morning, and I was like, oh my God, they had to have thought about that.
That is seriously one of the funniest...
I think it's one of the worst names ever, though. Like, I think they had so many good options.
I don't know. When I heard
Are you a fan?
Obviously, I was a big fan of like the Red Wolves. I was like, oh man.
I thought you were going to say the Reds.
No. The Red Wolves, but with like licensing it, like implications, they couldn't do that.
What do you mean? Is there a company or?
Yeah, trademark or something.
Oh, okay.
But
it's good, but it's not like if you're starting from scratch. I think you could have done better.
Here's the thing. I feel like if they start winning, I'm not like upset about the name.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just more upset about the jerseys. Look up those jerseys are.
They're like
except the
they're
black
straight
ones,
off like San Diego.
It's literally
they're
the
just-
Washington football team is just like a little bit more like deeper colors.
Yeah, it's
What the Commanders?
Commanders.
Yeah. Google already got it. I don't know. It's like if they start winning games, the Commanders they are sick.
Yeah,
They're so cool. But I don't know. It just doesn't. It looks like they're old jerseys.
it looks like they're old jerseys with like less logoing and.
Yeah.
I think it looks so stupid.
I don't know.
Honestly,
I feel like
was a big fan of the football team. May just continue to call them the Washington football team.
I don't know. I feel like they need to change the logo at least.
Yeah.
That's obviously teams every offseason change.
Yeah.
Uniform. So it's still working.
Even the Rams, we just saw them.
Yeah, that was
disgusting.
It's working with my brain. It's okay.
Yeah, it's acceptable now. It's like
Yeah.
when Instagram changes the logo.
Yeah, it's like, oh my
really?
gosh, why are we doing this? But over time it'll be okay. But I like the name. I think it's just once they start winning games, it'll be cool.
Yeah.
But if you're losing with that name, it's like, oh, this is sad. It's like the Jets, dude.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm not a big fan. I don't know how to say it other than
No.
that. I'm not a big fan. I will continue to call them the Washington football team.
then the W on the black helmet.
That is...
It's weird.
It's a weird placement. It looks so ugly.
Imagine a
I do like that they threw on their first round of helmets, though, that they threw an alternative helmet on it.
Yes, it is our first time.
Yeah, it's the first team. We haven't even seen other teams release it.
No.
Like
and we're
official
gonna
ones?
We're going to start seeing a lot more,
Yeah.
the Bengals after the Super Bowl, whether win or loss. The all white. You know that's destiny.
Seahawks are going to do a green and probably a lighter blue or even a white with
Packers just do something cool.
Yeah.
For once.
I
really like their green uniforms. What they had this year.
Yeah.
It was neat. It was different. I was like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the alternate helmets are gonna be sick. And yeah, once next year or so when they change their uniforms actually have a real logo,
It'll be better.
I think it'll be really fun. It'll be awesome. But congrats to the commies. Let's go commies.
They knew what they were doing. That's the worst part.
Yeah.
It's also stolen straight from an AAF team, so be more original next time. Be a $1 trillion organization. But
No, he's
stupid.
blowing enough money on hiding up allegations.
Literally.
Cheerleaders.
Stupid Dan Schneider.
Yeah, the worst owner.
It's funny because we keep talking about this owner thing, but there's 4 or 5 owners that the NFL would literally be better off if someone else owned the team.
Absolutely.
Like that team, Denver, Miami, and the Cowboys get Jerry into the retirement home.
Jerry. Yeah, I mean, pretty short episode. I mean, do you have anything else?
No, other than score prediction, I'm gonna say we win 62-55 on Monday.
Okay.
We'll do a Tuesday episode.
Yes, and we'll get back to you about our recap.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see everyone Tuesday.
Yep.
All right. See you later.